To partition Azure SQL Scale-Up, you first need to understand what partitioning is and how it can help improve the performance of your database. Partitioning is a process of dividing a large table into smaller, more manageable pieces called partitions. This can help spread out the data and improve query performance. To start partitioning your Azure SQL database, you will need to create a partition function. This function defines how the data will be divided into partitions. You can create a partition function using the create partition function statement. Next, you need to create a partition scheme. This scheme defines the file groups that will be used to store the partitions. You can create a partition scheme using the create partition scheme statement. Once you have created the partition function and scheme, you can start creating partition tables. To create a partition table, you will need to specify the partition scheme and the column that will be used to partition the data. For example, if you have a table called orders and you want to partition it by date, you can create a partition function that divides the data into partitions based on the year. You can then create a partition scheme that stores each partition in a separate file group. When creating partition tables, it is best to use a range right partition function. This type of function allows you to easily add new partitions as your data grows. It is also a good idea to use a separate file group for each partition to improve performance. To scale up your partition database, you can simply add more partitions as needed. You can also use the alter partition function statement to split or merge existing partitions. This can help you to quickly adapt to changing data volumes and improve query performance. In addition to improving performance, partitioning can also help you to manage your data more effectively. For example, you can use partitioning to archive older data or to implement a sliding window scenario where you keep a certain amount of data online and archive the rest. In conclusion, partitioning your Azure SQL database can help to improve performance and manageability. By following these steps and using the right partitioning strategy, you can create a scalable and efficient database that meets your needs. Remember to use a range right partition function and a separate file group for each partition to get the best results.